Hi friends, look what I had the genius idea of doing today. Moving a couch to this area. Seriously, I've been doing these like stand-up lives, or I haven't gotten a chair yet. Now that we're officially moving here, I'm definitely getting a chair. But this couch has just kind of been in the corner of this room. And today I was like, I have this and this to do. Where will I stand? How will I grab? And I was like, boom, couch. Say hi when you're hopping on. It's like the little things in life. So had to take one of the kids for a psychometric evaluation today. All of the schools here require them, public and private, and so all of the kids are having to have these evaluations done. We had to be there at 8, and so it messed up my little workout routine a little, but I still dropped them off. Then I went, did a nice walk, which was really lovely, and there were ducks, there were birds. It was just a really good walk. And now they're done and back home, and I'm gonna get ready with you guys. Say hi when you're hopping on. Okay, don't you hate when this happens? Full mailbox. Like, they should make mailboxes, bigger, because like, this won't fit. Even if there's just paper in there, it's crazy. Like, who needs a bigger mailbox? Okay, so I have been waiting for these to come in. I thought this was my primer. It's blushes. Wah, wah. What I'm really waiting to come in is, I'm gonna unbox this anyways. This isn't what I thought it was. Primers are on sale for $12. If you use the code PRIMER12, their primers are amazing. I love the way that it makes my makeup sit on my skin. I really am excited for blushes, so that's good. But I needed new blushes. Mine are a couple years old. That's how long their products last. They are heavily pigmented. But no primer, no mascara. Well, that goes to tell you how great they are, that you're really excited. You have a big mailbox for all your packages. I'm so jealous. Yeah, so they were like ducks and birds, and I don't know if you know this about me, but I am incredibly cautious. Like, Adam always says, if we buy a boat, we're gonna name it Careful, because that's like the word I use for everything. Like, careful, be careful, careful, don't do that, careful. Like, careful. I am incredibly cautious until it comes to wild animals. So I was out there there were these orange and yellow birds this morning, and I saw them eating, almost look like wheat, right? So I got this idea. I'm gonna go collect some wheat looking things and hold them in my hand, and I'm gonna see if I can get these birds. I should have filmed it, but I didn't. I was just like, just doing my own thing. And so I go over and I like keep getting closer. They start getting closer to me. I feel like this is gonna happen, right? All of a sudden, a giant black crow looking bird swoops down and tries to get it out of my hand. I guess I thought I had a French fry. I'm not sure. I was definitely doing good in the bird realm of bonding, but I bonded with a bird I was not intending to bond with. Scared me to death. And so now I've got to figure out if I can find like bird seed or bread or something, and try and do an alternative bonding experience. Is anyone else like that? Same thing. Like, there's like a wild seal at the beach. Like, let's go pet it, you know? Anything. Like, but you can't pet a seal anyways because of the fines, so I've never actually gotten to do it, but I would be open to it, right? It's like all of my instinctual wild horse in a field the other day. I was like, let's go get some apples. Like, we're gonna go make friends. And every bit of the cautious me goes out the window, except for sharks and like stingrays. Those are like barracudas, the obvious, you know. I don't really, not a big fan, but yeah. Anywho, I haven't gotten a chair, but I brought a pillow or a couch over this way. I'm trying to see if I have any primer so you can see it. Just so you can see. All right, I don't. I do have their tinted moisturizer, which I've really been enjoying, and their foundation. So if you want a more light coverage, use the tinted moisturizer. If you want a more full coverage, you're gonna use their Skin Satin Foundation. Okay, the code is Primer12 to get the primer on sale. So I listed it in the description of the video, and the link is already there. So you can just use that. For today, I'm gonna use the setting spray as my primer because I'm out. I cut it off, I cut the top off. I've dug in with Q-tips. There's nothing left, no primer left. Setting spray. Uh-oh, somebody's phone's going off. Oh, all right. A little bit of setting spray and let it marinate. Okay. So I'm gonna do a full face of makeup today because I'm going to Home Goods this afternoon. I have 2 lamps that I purchased that I'm not going to be keeping because the lampshades that I bought to go on them don't fit. So I have to make the return because I haven't been to Home Goods since I got bedding that I haven't. I'll scoot closer so you can't see it. Okay, this is the shade Cardamon, and I go in between Cardamon and Coriander depending on if I'm tan or not. And I'm currently what I would say is probably in between shades. So I'm gonna use a little bit of both. So the Cardamon's a little darker, the Coriander's a little lighter. I'm gonna use the 2 and make my own little, I'm a not tan shade. What have you guys been doing today? What is everybody up to? The tinted moisturizer is really hydrating and very dewy, and it is very sheer. So it almost just looks like a very tinted lotion. For those asking, how does the tinted moisturizer go on? Whereas this is a little thicker and covers up my freckles. It's a much more full coverage, buildable foundation, and the tinted moisturizer is really like, hey, I just don't really need makeup today, but I want my skin tone to be even. Oh, girl, babysitting. You have 6 kids in your house and doing laundry. You are superwoman. I met somebody here a couple days ago. I don't remember what day it was, but met somebody here. She had 7 kids and her friend had 10. And I was like, well, I barely have any compared to that. Slept in and feel lazy now. I hate that feeling. It's kind of like you feel like you're behind before your day's even started. I totally get it. I feel like I have an olive. I ate, random fact, if you didn't know this, I bet we go through 4 huge jars of olives, like Costco size jars of olives a month. Mostly from me and Veda. I easily eat a jar of olives a week. I love olives. What is something, if you had to pick one food you could live on the rest of your life, what would it be? That would probably be my food. Like, I bet I could live off that. I love them all. Black olives, green olives, olives with pimentos. I've been like this my whole life. Your teacher, so you're just relaxing before school starts in 2 weeks. So if there are any teachers watching, I would like to share daily just a teacher, a little bit about you and your classroom. If there are, I can't share everyone's, but I'd like to share like at least 10, 15 over the next couple weeks of people who need their classrooms cleared out. And then, hang baby monitor. Adam's laying her down for now. So I'd like to share about 10 or 15 people's classrooms, and then Adam and I would like to clear out 5 people's complete classrooms. We did this last year and maybe 2 other years before that, or maybe only 1. We've done it for a few years now. And where if we can help clear out the classroom, we helped with art supplies for an art class, things like that. I feel like teachers are the backbone of society. They are hard after a summer with your kids. I'm like, teachers do not get paid enough. And so if you are a teacher or you know of a teacher that's needing help clearing out their classroom, if you'll just send me a message with their teacher classroom and a little blurb about that teacher, like, you know, this old, this many kid, their classroom is for, you know, kids trying to learn English or art, or 4th graders, 2nd year teaching, or 1st year having their class, 25th year having their class, and they need updated stuff, whatever that is, and send those. And I would like to share just on our page here, just to try, and that we could all, you know, if you can't clear out a classroom, obviously, if you just bought one thing, if like a couple of you bought one thing, we could really make a big difference. So same, I think that concept goes so far. We were at the beach yesterday. We had about 2 hours of a gap in our schedule, and so we're like, well, I mean, it's, the beach is like 6 minutes from our house here, and so it's made it to where normally when we were vacationing, it's like, okay, we've got to get the wagon and we've got to get all these supplies and all these things. And whereas since our home is close, we pretty much grabbed a water, a snorkel, and a towel and hopped out, you know? And we're like, we'll just rinse the sand off and we'll just come home. So it was a quick beach trip, but there was a lot of trash on the path and like straws and stuff. And so I picked up a few things and threw it away. And so Lexi was like, this beach that we really, really love, I don't know if maybe over the weekend it just got dirtier, or a storm came through or whatever. And so she was like, when will somebody come and pick this up? And I was like, well, it's public. I don't know who picks it up. And I was like, but we use this beach. So if every time we come, we pick up 5 or 10 things, eventually, if like every person who visited the beach did that, we could make such a difference. And so we're actually gonna go, and she's like, we should have a beach cleanup day where we take some trash bags and we just go and see if like we can make a difference cleaning up the beach. And I was like, I love that idea. And so we're gonna go, like just us and our little family, and we're gonna go clean up the beach one day. But it's like, what if, like, if you're waiting on that person to be the person, like, oh, I wish their classroom got clean, you know, like done. Well, what if you could do like one $3 box of pencils, or a headset, like, or if we all took on a little bit of the weight or responsibility, or even if it isn't financial, like clearing someone's classroom, what if we went out with a trash bag and we made the beach cleaner that day, you know? And like, what if we did that? And then how like contagious is that? Like, you feel good when you do those things. So anyways, I think that's definitely something we could do. And sometimes I feel like we're waiting on, like, well, if I heard of a drive where they were doing it, I would go do this. Or if I heard of this, but sometimes it's like, I bet we could do this ourselves. Like, I think we could easily go. We had someone give us, we were in line at a barbecue place the other day. The culture of Puerto Rico is going to change my family. I'm dead set on it. It really is. We were standing in line and a guy came up and gave us a bag of apples, and he said, like, my gift to you. And he was giving everyone apples. And he said, we had leftover today. And so they didn't sell enough apples, so he just went and gave out bags of apples. And just being really kind. And so we offered to pay him, and he was like, no, a gift. Like, and he had extra and gave. And then when we were at the beach yesterday, there were sea turtles, and we only brought 2 pairs of goggles. And so the guy who was swimming near us, he was like, there are sea turtles over there by this buoy if you want to go see them. And you know, he was like, here, take my mask and snorkel, like, so the three of you can go together and make memories. And I was like, no, we don't need your mask. He was like, here. And so we like washed his mask out, and he was like adamant, like, here, no, take it, borrow it. I'm sitting over there, just bring it back when you're done. But it was like the way people here have just been, I don't know if I was just having like the best luck or just truly, like, I've always felt of myself as a kind person, or to tell somebody, oh, you look beautiful today, but it is changing, like a true philosophy of like mi casa, su casa, like what's mine is yours, and I want to share with you. And it's like a lifestyle here, and it has been beautiful to watch, and it's been so interesting. Like strangers will come past your table and say like, buen provecho, which is like bon appetit, like enjoy your food. And my kids are like, why do they do that? And I was like, just like a blessing, just like being kind. And it is changing, like where we are from. It's not horrible, people are nice, you know, but it isn't the same. And so just genuinely kind. And I'm like, that is inspiring and contagious, that I want to live a life that is just outwardly kind, that it is infectious, that other people can feel good, like, because I just want to ooze kindness over the world. And what could we do to like inspire kindness? Because there are needs everywhere. And like, what all things can we do to help make a difference? I think that's what we're supposed to be like. And the modern world has maybe, I don't know, made it to where we're just so in our phone we don't even recognize what's around us some days. And so I'm just going to continue sharing experiences of little moments that we're noticing, and maybe it can like just penetrate your heart too. So yes, just want to be like Jesus with skin on, like, Lord, like let your light shine so brightly from within me, like put opportunities in my path where I can love on others, you know. And so anywho, I forgot to say, I'm not doing a great job talking today and selling makeup. And I need readers. I don't even need to read it. I know what the name of it is. I don't know why I'm trying to read it, but it is so blurry. I am getting to where up close reading progressively gets harder. Okay, this is the shade Deep. It's from OFIR. I've used it for like 3 years now. I do not need to read the label. But here we are. Okay. I think this is like, this summer has taught us that there are so many things that do not cost money. Like, cause we've been exploring here, and we could have explored where we were, but I think when you're somewhere new, you're exploring, right? And we have realized that, wow, like some of the things I was chasing, I think I missed it. Like some of the things, like I have gotten so much joy, like taking pictures of different flowers and looking for cranes and turtles. And it's just been really, you know, like that we don't have to fill our lives with such a consumer attitude, you know? I don't know. Okay, I'm almost out. I'll add it to my list of many things I need to restock. Okay, here we go. Setting powder, if you don't use it, look at the difference it does in your skin, okay? If you use setting powder, it kind of like, you know, where your eye sockets, you can see like little hollowed out areas. This just gives you like an airbrush, soft look. I don't know. We were talking, me and Adam, and I was like, I truly believe this experience is going to shape us into different people. Like it can't not, because it is worlds different from where we're from. And there are things you have to like get patient with, like the power goes out, you know, we have a generator, making sure your generator has stuff. Like, I mean, there are definitely modern conveniences that you're like, okay, it's hot, you can't run your AC all day because the electricity is pricey here. So you spend a lot of time doing like, let's go in the pool or the ocean. So there are definitely things that have been, you know, learning curve accommodations. But the overall culture, experience, everything, there's no way you can come and do something like this and just not be like, oh wow, man, like people, goodness, bring you cake and food and just sharing, like cooking out the beach and being like, we have extra hot dogs if you want to. You're like, who are these people? And that's what I want to be like. I want to be more like that. And it's almost like when you see it in action, that it makes you realize like, oh, that made me feel so warm inside. And oh, I want to be that. Okay, here you go. This ring is from Lavender Blue, and this is a Dibs brush. Trying to go through. Need a bronzer and a setting powder. Absolutely love their setting powder and their bronzer. I'm just taking this brush that really need to be taking my foundation brush. I'm just softening this up. Let's go in for some blush action. This is so exciting because my blushes are getting pretty worn out. Had them for a minute. Nothing like a fresh blush to make you happy. Okay, this is the shade Apricot. This color looks just absolutely beautiful on. Okay. How did I get like kind of muddy looking right here? Hang on. I must have tapped it with like bronzer. Give me a second, friends. Like, what did I touch my face with? You know, welcome to live. Where that blush is in your cart, it's a good one. This is the shade Apricot. Just gonna go right on my cheeks with this. Okay. Now I'm gonna go on my eyelid. It's got just like a little bit of a subtle peachy tint to it. I'm getting my nails done tomorrow, and my toes. And if I were to show you my toes right now, I got them done. I needed a pedicure before I left Tennessee, and that was about 2 months ago. They are wild, like wildebeests. Like you might not would know the difference. Absolutely nuts. So pretty happy about that. She's coming to my house. Trying to go over comments. They are fast. All right. Brand new blush. There's just something about, you know, when you like take the little thing off and you're like, look how clean. You will never be this clean again in your whole life. Okay, I'm going in with that same bronzer, and I'm gonna put a little on my eyelid with like a fluffy brush. This is that Deep Teak bronzer. Love a good multi-purpose product. I actually want this shade to be up a little higher. There we go. Okay, going in with a little bit of bronzer just to make it a little dreamier. I just use my fingers a lot because I guess I don't know who I think I am. Who paints with their fingers, you know? Like those people who like paint and they're like on stage painting and they like turn it around and it's a whole picture of Jesus or something and they use their hands. That's what I wish I could do, but it's about as much talent as I've got in the painting department. Okay, taking this little color right here. That's one of the ones where I'm like, Lord, I wish I had had that talent. I really would love to sing and love to paint. I feel like, And it's one of those, even if you practice, like if you're not naturally gifted in those areas, it's like kind of like being a professional gymnast. Like some people just aren't cut out for it. That's kind of the same way I feel about my painting skills. But I do love creativity. I love makeup. I do feel like I can do a good job with it. I did a whole career worth of, used to do wedding makeup for people. And I loved getting to like love on people and their families, and their bridesmaids and the mother of the groom and the mother of the bride, like on special days, and just like make them feel beautiful. But I wish I could like paint. But, you know, everyone has a gift and a talent for a reason. Okay, here we go. A little bit of this color. This color is about 400 times more pigmented than the apricot. So you can kind of go in and be like heavy-handed with apricot, and it just gives you this like beautiful glow. This one you will look like a clown if you do the same thing. So barely tap it and blow it off. You can always add more, but trust me when I say a little at a time. And I tend to work it into my lid. You don't have to do that, but I've just found I like the way it looks that way. Again, barely tapping, work it into the lid. If you can see how much I have on here, it's like hardly anything. But it's because I just want this like beautiful like sunset eye look. And then I'm gonna go down here on the lower lash line on the outer corner and do the same thing. Just like that. Let's do it, let's do it. Okay, so we found a CrossFit gym, and Christian and Adam are starting CrossFit, and they start that in the morning, so super curious how that goes. They went today to check it out, and pretty pumped about it. I will show you the full dress. It is to the floor, but it's so cute. There was actually a dress I wanted like this from, it had thicker straps, but it was from Anthropologie. It was like $348. It was nuts. And so I was like, well, that's not ever gonna happen. So when I found this dress, I was like, ding, 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 we have a winner. So if you want links for anything, drop the word me below and I'll send you links. Right now I'm just making sure everything matches. And then I'm gonna take this apricot color, and since I kind of blended a good bit, just gonna press right on the inner lid just to add that little pop wherever you want it. Yeah, if you want makeup links, drop the word me. If you want whatever, jewelry, I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Okay, things are gonna happen when we do mascara. I feel like that's when all the magic happens. I thought this was my restock of mascara, and it wasn't. So, just looking, a mascara, any mascara. Someone, please. I might have to stand up, friends. Sorry. Oh. I know I have mascara because I get ready often. Sometimes I feel like you have to step back to be able to see your full look. I bet Lexi has it. Okay, well, it's okay. When in doubt, this is just a PR package from Currant. And I love these little things, so I'm gonna use this mascara today. Because, sorry, I don't know where my OFIR mascara possibly is. I know I had one that was totally used up, and then I had one left, but, well. We'll use a little travel mascara today and we'll make it work. OFIR has the best mascara you've ever tried. It is really, really good. This one's not that right now, but their mascara is really, really awesome. This is Grande mascara. This is their Intense Thickening with castor oil. And then OFIR's mascara also has castor oil. So I think anytime you have a mascara that you can help your lashes grow, I highly recommend it. Are these blushes I'm using as eyeshadow? Yes. Yes, it is. It's been a minute since we've done like a full face together. Like complete face. I'm gonna go ahead and chug this before I do lipstick. Sorry. A little bit of TRIMFIT. I will feel like the Energizer Bunny hit in about 4 minutes. Okay, here we go. What am I doing today? I really want to go to Home Goods, but I also have about, I don't know, a lot of content that I'm really behind on that is either due or due by the 11th. So I'm like, well, I have a couple of days left. And what I mean by content is typically a brand will say, hey, we would like to run ads on these things, whatever it is. Like, and so if you want to participate in that, then you have to send them videos of you like talking about what you love about the product, demonstrating how to use it, like before and after stuff. And so I just have a bunch of things to do, and I feel like that's the most boring part of my job, and I just struggle to do it. Like, it's just not fun. It's not like exciting. I don't know. Like, there's nothing. I mean, I like to eat. I like my kids to have like socks without holes in them, so I will go do it. But as far as like I wake up, it isn't creative, cute content where you're like, I'm gonna recreate a picture of seashells all at my leg and be like beach life. That's in my mind when I think of like content creator. I'm gonna be walking around downtown Old San Juan, like drinking out of a coconut with a big cute straw and umbrella, and in a cute dress, and be like, drop the word me for this dress. That doesn't end up happening. So instead, I'm like, let me tell you about this. Couch shampooer or something. Like, let me tell you about this couch shampooer. My kid got marker all over the couch. Let's see how it works. And then I video myself vacuuming a couch or something, and you feel so goofy. And you're like, okay, well, other people probably have kids that are messy too, and they might need a couch shampooer too. So it is what it is. It is. Speaking of, I do need a couch shampooer. I had one in Tennessee. We used it all the time, and I don't have one here. It's so funny, but it really is. I got myself tickled. Yeah, it's just because like I see all these cute young like trendy people, and I'm like, my lifestyle is just so mama for kids, and so I'm like, I'm not ever gonna be able to be the like creator that's on a sailboat doing some sort of really cutesy probably thing. I would love to. Maybe, I won't say never. Our words matter. Our words have power. So maybe I will get to be that one day, but for right now, I haven't found out a way to make that work for me. I do. It had an accident in the bed, and I really miss that carpet shampooer, and instead I'm like baking sodaing it and you know, using towel. It's just not the same. It is not the same. Anyways. Oh. All right. I don't know what happened to this. Probably it took me too long to do it. I ended up wonky lashes. Okay. Y'all, I'm hot. The back of my kneecaps are sweating. You know, the part in between the crease? I bet I have actual sweat dripping. Okay, let's do cute lippy, because we're gonna make it all come together. I'm gonna show you a full dress, and we're gonna do a devotion. So, let me put up a few of these things because I've got a lot in the way right now. I have, and I'm a little burpy because I drank that drink too fast. Oh, you know, for all of you who hang out with me daily, thanks. I really do appreciate you, and hopefully it feels like you're just hanging out with one of your friends. That's what it feels like for me. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go tell my friends what I did today. All right. This is because my body does not match my face. I use self-tanner on my face, and I got too lazy to do the rest of my body. So I am doing what I would like to call I don't know what I would like to call it. How I am going to full world, and I'm gonna match, and we're gonna make it work. Just like that. Okay. Sometimes when you do your makeup and you start shoving things around and doing stuff, you'll notice like, I think I need a little more contour in a certain spot. Just go for it. So anytime I do heavy eye makeup, meaning pretty dramatic eye, I will do a very neutral lip. Doesn't mean I'm not going to use like a liner of some sort or something, but I do typically do like not a crazy lip because it's too much going on at one time. Just trust me. Don't do it. You don't need bright red lips and crazy eyes all at the same time. But a little of one or two, they're good unless you go too far. And that's when you start being like, whew, did I go too far? If you ask yourself that question, then the answer is probably yes. I found my little thing. I'm looking for the shade, whatever, here we go. Great, so going in with all that. Trisha, I've made you buy Dibs, OFIR, TRIMFIT, and clothes. Oh, you're so sweet. I hope you love them. I truly show, I don't know, things I really like, but never trying to make anybody buy anything. I'm gonna keep my little cart or get a bigger car now. Okay, so we bought a golf cart car. It is so cute. And it goes about 30 miles an hour, so you're good to go anywhere really close by. Like get a snack, I can go get groceries, I can go to the gym, because it's all close. I can't go far. And then we bought like a Nissan Armada, you know, like a regular size car. And we bought that a little while back. So we've been making it work with just our car and like a golf cart car. You can drive it on main roads, but you can also drive it on a golf cart path. I will say some days it is like a little more challenging. Like for example, Adam wanted to go to the gym this morning, but I also had to take Lexi to a doctor's appointment kind of thing. Like when you only have one car, his gym is way too far away because he goes to a different gym. And so it's like 25 minutes away, and you can't do the golf cart car thing for that. So I don't know what we're gonna do. For now, just for like budget reasons, we're making it work. And not to say eventually we might not, like we might just get like an old like Toyota Camry or something like that's like pretty old, just to have like a secondary vehicle. Or he found like a Jeep that he really likes. We might, I don't know, just to have, it's kind of hard when you have 4 kids, but see, we can't fit everybody in those. It's a challenge when you have a bunch of kids. Or like, okay, we don't often not go together places. Okay, so this is a shade Whatever. This is gonna be so cute together. So I used the shade All That. It was a lip liner. And I'm using this color. So 2 colors we used was Whatever is the lighter one, and the darker one is All That. And then we're gonna go in with their Pumping Lip Gloss. And then this is where kind of the smudging magic happens. You just, I think you're obsessed with OFIR now. I know, and Pomifera has been amazing. Your skin is the best it's ever been, and you have sensitive skin. Oh, that makes me so happy. How's the weather here? When you do your hair, does it stay? So we have a lot of humidity in Tennessee where it gets really wild. So I would say unless I go get in the water, my hair does pretty good here. And I'll flip it around and you can see how the weather is outside. Hang on. You're just gonna see, oh, well, not really. Hang. Can you see? The weather is really pretty. There's a palm tree. This is just like a little, you know, out my door. That's as much as you can see from this window. But the weather is just beautiful. Like, it's just beautiful. I genuinely feel like I was meant to live in the Caribbean. I don't know what else to say. Because I love the way I feel. Would you guys want to see lives where it's like, come check out this beach? Or sometimes the service stinks, so I can't do lives. Or would you like to see like pre-recorded videos? Like, we're gonna go here today, and just get to kind of see things. Like, do you feel like some people are like, I followed you for fashion and hair, or hair and makeup, and I don't want to see this. And then other people are like, yes, I do. So I try to keep a balance to not overwhelm everybody. But I think as your life changes, I've been doing this now for 10 years, almost 10 years. Next year will be 10 years, so I guess 9 years. And your life changes over time. I mean, it just does, and you know, evolve. And so I'm like, okay, I like to share what I look like. The other day we were at the stoplight, a guy was walking around. They sell fruit a lot at the stoplights. It's like amazing, but it's like a real thing. And I was like, oh, I want to video this. He was like holding papayas and these little quietes is what I think they call them. They're like these little, I have them downstairs, I can show them to you and I'll show you how you eat them. But I was like, oh, I wanted to video, like, look, you just buy fruit from the man at the street. And try and figure out, you know, I count them. He's like, cinco, and I'm like, uno, dos, tres, cuatro, cinco. Okay, $5, got it. And I'm working on my Spanish, and, you know, I'm making it work. But this is taking me way too long to do my lips. So I guess it's hard to do your lips and talk at the same time. I just get them the way I want them. So I just keep going back and forth with like smudging it around and then getting your liner where you want it. Life changes, people change, all of it. And sometimes people will say, you've changed so much. I love following you when, like whether that's, you know, like when I wasn't doing fitness stuff, or before getting successful, or before getting this, or before having career changes, or before having, like, I love following you in this. And it's like, but as a whole, we all change. Like, my weight will fluctuate probably my whole life. My career has fluctuated throughout the whole career. Like, there have been some years that you're like, yay, this is amazing. And there have been other years where you're like, whew, this is really a trust of faith that God, please, you know, help people connect to me, and that put people in my path that I can help inspire with something. You know, like, some years have been way easier, and then other COVID and all these other things were really hard. And you know, like, it's just, we are always changing. And so I think to say, like, you're not exactly how you used to be, it's like, well, I don't want to be a really sad version of what I was when I was 24 years old, you know? And I like the version. So you are just responsible for answering for yourself and how you feel and what you do. But sometimes I feel like I'm preaching to myself, that can be hard for me, because I don't want to disappoint anybody. Okay, what do you think about this look? I'm gonna show you the full dress. I gotta move the couch. And I'm serious. Hang on. Let me move the baby monitor. So, full dress. What do you think? This is an Amazon. It's like an Anthropologie lookalike, but it is only under $40. And it does have pockets, so just want to let you know, if you have car keys, fruit snacks, anything like that, you can fit them in. It does have a little bit of an open back, which when you're putting it on, your cheeks totally go through this and it will make you laugh. I would consider this a pretty high neck, and it does have adjustable straps, which I love that in case you are different sizes. What do you think? Where's the new chair? I haven't gotten it yet. But this is the old couch, and it didn't have back pillows on it, but I found some at Home Goods. Also, I'm gonna do the devotion with you, so hang on. All right. If you need links for anything, you can drop the word me and I'll send them to you. Okay. Full little, I feel like the lip should be lighter. So what I'm gonna do is just take my foundation, like not much, like barely even a dab. And I'm just gonna lighten it up just a tiny bit. Then this finger has nothing on it. This is a little hack. Perfection. Perfecto. I really am working. We've been trying to learn Spanish. We're doing the Babbel app daily. And we've been trying. This morning I asked Lexi, she's been getting up early. And so I asked her, I was like, did you do your Babbel app yet? She goes, my Babbel alarm isn't until 10:30. I was like, okay, well, here we go. So, but we're practicing, and we are practicing. I'm like, at some point I'm gonna know Spanish, and y'all just watch out. I'm gonna use it all the time because all the little words I'm learning. Okay, I'm pretty sure we already read this together, or I might have read this on my own. Okay, here we go. I know I haven't done this one yet. So, okay, so we are reading out of the Be Still 90 Days for the Hopeful Heart devotion. And this is Knowing the Hope Giver is the name of this one. May the God of hope fill you with all the joy and peace as you trust in him, so that you may overflow with hope by the power of the Holy Spirit. Romans 15:13. Oftentimes when we think that if we could just change our viewpoint, that would be the answer to all of our problems. We have been told that perspective is powerful, which is certainly true, but we miss the crucial point. What if instead of searching for a different pair of glasses, we focus on the hand that is moving us forward? Our route would then become about who is leading us, trusting the plan and the guide, and the wisdom of the treasure map called life. God is not holding hope in a jar, choosing to delve out amounts according to our allegiance. He does not desire to ration or supply or to teach us a lesson. Oh no, he is generous beyond belief and yearns for our pursuit of his heart so that we may become more like him. Remember, the only way to attain a heavenly perspective is to spend time with the one who made heaven itself, the one who knows what forever really looks like and what it is to expect from us now. If we want to share the hope we have found, we must know the hope we have found. Are we hopeful because our life looks promised, or are we hopeful because we know the giver of hope and firmly believe that he has our best interest at heart? Life will never keep us in the same circumstances. Even in the mundane, our situations evolve and our resources change. This uncertainty can scare us or it can draw us in, searching for our Savior and the security of his character amid the unknown. With the giver of hope as our guide, we can have the same assurance in our steps on our hardest days and on our happiest days. Lord, thank you for being the giver of all hope. As we go about our day, remind us that hope is who you are. The very nature of your being is hopeful, is hope. Let us draw near, spend time with you, and be reassured that we can trust in you, in your heart, and we can always have hope beyond our situation. In Jesus' name we pray, amen. So, anyways, this is such a good devotion, and I was sent this by a friend of mine, and so I've really enjoyed it, and I've enjoyed sharing it with you guys. So today was a little different. I'll finish up because it's been a long live. Today was a little different. I went on a walk by myself. I normally have been working out with my friend Jenny, and we work out and then we do some work stuff, and it's just been such a good thing. Well, today, because of the doctor's appointment, I didn't get to go. So I went on a walk alone. And so as I was walking alone, I was praying for, I just felt like I'm gonna just pray, praying for our country, praying for the neighborhood I was walking through, the people in the neighborhood, praying for the people in this community, praying for my family, my kids, one by one, by name, praying for you guys, and so that passage, it made me think about when it says, may the God of hope fill you with all the joy and all the peace as you trust in him. And so as I was walking today, I was praying for people who are like heavy-hearted. Like, have you ever just started praying for people? Like, you don't know who you're praying for, but you know you're praying for people. And I was like, God, like, I just pray for those who are watching. I just feel like I'm just share this. This might sound silly to somebody else, but I was like, God, I just feel like for those who are heavy-hearted, or for those that are like happen to come across my life, like, I just pray that like the Lord fills you up with joy. And so I don't know who all is going through a hard season right now, but this morning I was crying on my walk, feeling so burdened for like just people, like in general, like God, like bring hope and love and joy to their lives. And sometimes I think it's so nice just to know, like, we can feel really alone in this world. And I've had people message me before and say, hey, I woke up this morning and I was like thinking about you, right? And I just want to let you know I was praying for you this morning, and that like touched my heart and made me feel just so like loved. And I want you to know that like I was praying for you this morning, and like anyone who's going through just like a time where you feel like your heart has been heavy, or you just haven't like found joy or felt joy or anything, that you aren't alone, and that you've got somebody like in your corner. And just like if I was there and I could give you a hug personally, I would, but probably the most powerful thing I could do today is like pray for you. And so I thought maybe once a month or once every, I feel like my page just ended up like all kinds of stuff lately. It's like fitness stuff, it's clothing stuff, it's going snorkeling stuff. But I thought maybe we could do like a prayer walk together, and where we go for a walk and just people could hop on, and as I'm walking, you could just see like the little path that I take, or that me and Jenny take together. And if you had a need or a request or something, like, we could pray with you or for you out loud, and then other people in the comments could pray with you too. And so I don't know if that's something anybody would be interested in doing, but I think I'm gonna, if you're not interested in that, then you don't have to hop on that live, you know. But for those who are, I think that would be a really great thing we could do together. So anyways, sending hugs to anyone who needs it today. So just want to let you know, just so grateful for each and every one of you, and I really do pray for you today. If you're going through something and it just feels like bigger than you can handle on your own, I pray for you today. So anywho, hope you guys have a good day. I wish I had that carpet shampooer, because look what I did, y'all. So when I get it, I'll do that shampooer video. Anyways, I hope you have a good day. Bye, guys.